we will be welcomed on behalf of the Philippines by a dear senator from the Philippine Senate, Senator Loren Legarda. Senator Loren Legarda is, since the beginning of her career, has made the environment her personal advocacy. In 1998, she established Luntiang Pilipinas, a nationwide urban forestry program to promote public awareness on various environmental issues and to enjoin multi-sectoral participation in helping address such concerns. To date, the foundation has established forest parks with more than 2 million trees planted in approximately 500 hectares around the country. To mark the campaign's 10th year, committed to doing its share in saving the environment, she recently launched 10 at 10, the 10 Million Trees campaign, an online campaign to plant 10 million trees to encourage the valuable contribution of individuals, private corporations, and businesses, and national and local government agencies in planting 10 million trees by year 2011. For her unfaltering crusade for the environment, the World Economic Forum named Senator Loren Legarda as one of the global leaders for tomorrow in 2000. She was awarded by the United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, in 2001 at Turin, Italy, and as a UNEP laureate, her name has been included in the Global 500 Roll of Honor for being at the front lines of global environment action. In 2004, she became an Environment Awardee of the Priyadarshini Academy in Mumbai, India. Senator Legarda has authored and sponsored vital pieces of legislation that are geared towards environmental protection, the most significant of which that pertains to climate change is the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000. Thereafter, she has co-sponsored other bills. As the proponent of Senate Resolution number 3003, she sought to create an oversight committee on climate change while working with other advocates, particularly from the multi-sectoral network behind the Albay Forum that came up with the Albay Declaration on Climate Change Adaptation. For our foreign guests, Albay is a province which was devastated by the eruption of our volcano, which used to be a perfect cone shape. The said declaration was thereafter adopted by the Philippine Senate in February 2008. May I now call on Senator Loren Legarda.
Thank you very much. Welcome to Manila. Mabuhay. I would like to greet Dr. Jun Sung Kim, President of CAPWIP. Thank you and congratulations for this conference. Dr. Salvano Briseño, Director of the UNISDR, who has been with us for the past few days for the UNISDR Parliamentarians Conference. Dr. Supachay Panich Pakdi, Secretary General of the UNCTAD. Undersecretary Tesam Castillo, members of the Board of CAPWIP, all you women leaders from all over the world, welcome to Manila, Philippines. Extreme weather shifts and all, Manila remains one of the world's most interesting and historical cities, and it is with great pleasure that I welcome you today in behalf of the Philippine Senate. The CAPWIP is an extraordinary organization of women in politics. Right now, its work and advocacy are not merely focused on breaking glass ceilings and getting involved in most, if not all, aspects of the development process. It is currently a trailblazer in its effort to make gender a central part of the climate change and disaster risk reduction discussions and debates. Women leaders from across the globe realize that several milestone moments in global efforts to arrest climate change have not been gender responsive. First, the climate change agenda has been male-dominated. James Hansen, testifying before a US Senate panel, 20 years ago, warning a skeptical world on the clear and present danger of climate change. Al Gore, then the young US senator who chaired the panel, turned US vice president, turned presidential hopeful, ridiculed then as the ozone man, turned award-winning producer of an epoch-changing documentary on climate change. He is now considered the public face of our collective effort to fight the scourge of climate change. In February 2007, it was a male-dominated team of scientists that made up the life-changing IPCC report that found evidence of climate change irrevocable, plus a recognition that human beings were behind it. It is outrageous and unfortunate that a leading female politician, Sarah Palin, US vice presidential candidate, said that she was not too sure that human activity was at the root of climate change, and her prescription for energy security was drill, drill, drill. She should have answered with a crisp, renewable energy to inspire and warm the hearts of people and environmental groups who genuinely care about the future of our planet. We cannot alter these marked moments in history, but we can do the next best thing: lead and persevere in the efforts to curb climate change and help push Congresses, parliaments, all policymaking bodies to formulate gender-responsive legislation and projects related to climate change and disaster risk reduction. This, I believe, is what this Congress wishes. It has become an imperative, and this is my second point. Apart from the climate change agenda being driven largely by men, current policies have not recognized the gender-specific effects of climate change. For it is women that bear the brunt of climate change savagery. They are the main and more prodigious producers of staple crops. Any extreme weather event that affects agricultural production, whether it is a drought or rampaging floods, gravely affects the women tillers of our land. A starving mother carrying her ailing child is often the public face of famines and food shortages. Climate shifts play an important role in the explosions of malaria and cholera outbreaks and dengue. Women receive less medical services than men. Worse, we bear the burden of caring for the sick.